I'm sure that you had kind of heard by now what James Franklin told us at the press conference about where he is mentally, what he's dealing with being away from his family, how it may be impacting his day-to-day performance on his job. Is that something he addressed with you as a team collectively in recent days? And when you hear your coach being vulnerable like that, is it a surprise? What is your reaction?
I don't think he's being vulnerable. I feel like we're all going through a lot of stuff right now. It's a hard year, a lot of adversity, and we all have stuff we're going through, and we don't feel bad for anything. And this is a situation that we're in, and it's not going to help us if we're dwelling on the negatives. But we got Coach. We're his family. He always makes sure he tells us he loves us. We love him. So we got him. We're his family here.
Donnie Collins?
Morning, Jason. What do you guys have to do as a defensive line to put more pressure on the quarterback? And what are offenses doing to kind of take that away from you guys a little bit, knowing that, trying to get the ball out quick and things like that?
We just got to find a way. We got to keep on being disruptive, trying to wreak the most havoc we can. Myself, me, and Shaka, and then the guys inside PJ, Antonio, Judge, Hakeem. We just got to continue to push the pocket because what offenses are doing now. They see we're a disruptive D line, so they're trying to get the ball out quick with quick access throws, and angle sets, over sets, sliding to chipping, all those stuff. And we knew we were gonna get that, especially with the game. We had Indiana. Teams are gonna try and scheme us now, but we got to find a way. There's always a way to get home. So we're trying to find that, and when we do, more production is gonna come from that.
Partha.
What's up, Jason? Appreciate the time this morning. Obviously, different sides of the ball, but what did it mean for you to see Juice Scruggs get in the game on Saturday, 20 months after his car accident?
It meant a lot, man. Juice is my guy. We're in the same class, and I just saw him since the beginning. Juice has always been a dog. He's always been a guy that's about his work and about just getting his job down. He doesn't get distracted by anything. He's just always tunnel vision. So when he went down with that tragic injury and that accident, I was just disappointed because it just couldn't happen to somebody worse. I don't wish that on anybody, but someone like Judge, he's just a great guy. So seeing him out there compete, seeing him in practice compete, and really holding his own, you're starting to see Judge is starting to Juice is starting to come back. So I was really happy for him, and he's going to be a great player. I was really happy for Juice.
Corey Geiger?
Jason, you're having a terrific season individually. What is driving you to be fully go every week? And are you committed to playing for Penn State the rest of the season as opposed to opting out to get ready for the NFL?
No. Yeah, this is my team, man. I love Penn State. I love my brothers. I love playing with them. I wouldn't be anything who I am, whatever I am now today without Penn State and, the trials and tribulations I went through. So, I'm never going to give up on my brothers. That was never in the decision. It's never in the plans. I'm not above anybody else on this team. But that's that. But in terms of my play, I can't even just look back and enjoy anything because, our record's 0-3. So clearly what I'm doing is not enough. Clearly what I'm doing is not up to par. So we got to find a way to play well. And, instead of it being an L, it got to be a W. So I'm happy with what I'm playing, but, we got to get some wins.
Tobias Wilborn?
Hey, Jason, man, thanks again for doing this, brother.
No problem.
Kind of somewhat to piggyback on Geiger's question, what does it mean to you when Pat Freiermuth comes out so strongly and says, no, this is where I want to be, this is where I'm going to be, these are my brothers? What does that mean to you, and how does that translate to the rest of the team?
It's just the culture we breed here. We're a team first. Organization. We don't have any names on our jersey. It's for that. It's all game, no name. So that's how I felt with Pat's comments. He loves it here. I love it here. We want to compete. We don't want to go out on a losing end. That's quick. And we're not gonna quit on our brothers. If with whatever is on the other side is there, it's gonna be there. After the season. So we're not rushing. We got a job to do. We got a commitment to our coaches, to the fans, and all that stuff. So I agree with what Pat said.
Joe Giuliano.
Good morning, Jason. Thanks for your time. The Penn State's given up 36 points a game in the first 3 games, and I know some of those have been short fields and a scoop and score last week. But what does the defense have to do better to fix that and stop the other team more effectively?
We just gotta execute. I feel like a lot of our stuff is just we're going so hard, wanting just to make the play, but we're not doing the little details and trying to just execute, playing the framework and just little details. I feel like once we do that, we'll start clicking it on all cylinders. But it's a matter of we're going to be dedicated to do it and disciplined to do it. And I believe we are. This week has been great. We're all taking the strides to, honing on the details, not trying to, skip over plays that we don't, fit up right. It's all getting your fits, all just being in the right places. Football is just a game of seconds. If you're not in the right place or in the right gap or have the right fit, you can go for 6. So it's just being more detailed, oriented on what we have to do and execute.
Tyler Donahue.
Jason, if I could go ask about someone who was in your 2018 class as well, and Will Levis. James Franklin said yesterday we can probably expect to see him on a more consistent basis being involved in the offensive game plan moving forward. From a defensive perspective, what stands out about what he brings to the quarterback position? And we haven't seen him, Jason. You've seen him, a lot of him on the practice field. Is he a guy that commands respect from everybody on this roster in year number 3?
So you're asking about Will Levis, right? That was your question?
Yes, yeah.
I got a lot of faith in all our quarterbacks, but Will's a big, strong, athletic kid, man. That's another guy, like, he's just very athletically gifted, and he's got a strong arm. He's smart. He just needs his chance, and I feel like once he gets his chance and once he's more comfortable, he's a guy like me, he's a freak, but he just needs to learn how to, bring that freak and, apply it to the game. So I feel like once he gets his chance, he's going to be fine. And during practice we battle, me against Cliff or me against Will, we all have our battles and everything. So once he gets thrown into the fire, I feel like he's going to be fine. He just has to get his swag back.
Peter Terpstra.
Hello. So you guys have a long road trip to Nebraska this week. What's something interesting that either you or some of your teammates do to pass the time on those long flights? And what comes to mind, I guess, when you think of Nebraska?
Yeah, it's a long trip. I think it was like a 4-hour plane ride or something like that. So me, I'm gonna download a few movies. Probably listen to a few albums that just came out. But then, the same old, just watch film. You got it on your iPad. Game plan. That's the most you can do. You're on the plane for that long. You just gotta, try to create more things for you to do all the time. But Nebraska, good team. Their O-line is pretty big. I think like 6'9", 6'8". Guards are like 6'6". Tight ends are like 6'6". Pretty big guys, but they have a good plan. Their offense is really like wide and it's wide range. They got a lot of stuff they do. Martinez, pretty good player. He can run really well. Kind of reminds me of Justin a little bit, but yeah, we got a task for us, but I'm not putting anything behind my guys or past my guys.
Greg Pickle?
Jason, you touched on it there a little bit, but what is it like to prepare for these two Nebraska quarterbacks this week? And do they do enough differently that you have to really focus on them each individually, or do they do enough the same that no matter who they put out there, your game plan can kind of stay the same?
Oh yeah. Obviously you can tell when I think he's number 7 or 18, one of those. You can tell when he's in the game, it's more like a wild card. He's gonna run more. But then when Martinez is in the game, they like to run it through him. He's gonna orchestrate the offense. So you're gonna get a little bit more. You're gonna try to get us up the field and probably run it a little bit more. But you can tell when one QB's in the game what they're gonna do. They want to run or 7 or 18 more, and then Martinez, run it through him. But you can usually tell when what they're gonna do and who's in the game.
Partha Paye?
Jason, I want to follow up with one more Juice question. What's it been like kind of battling with him in practice? And at what point after his accident did you kind of see him start to kind of find his groove again?
Yeah, ever since a freshman, Juice has been a guy that he's like really strong with his hands, man, and really fast. And I'll tell you one thing, like with the D lineman, like a problem, something that could be a problem when you're going against the O-line, especially someone in the interior, is if he can replace fast. And he replaces his hands really fast, so you can knock it down. You could beat it, but he's just gonna get it under your pads fast. So I feel like Juice is really good at that. And then he was good at moving laterally. That was what he was really good at. So I was really impressed as a freshman. And then when he went down, obviously he had to rehab for a little bit. But him coming back, you start to see a little bit more of that. You're starting to see it come back, that rigidness, and he knows how to anchor down. But it's all gonna come with time, I think he's probably like 80, 70% of what he really is. Probably not even that. I can't even speak for him, but he's still looking pretty good.
David Eckert?
Hi, Jason. Thanks for your time. I wanted to ask you about Joey Porter Jr. And maybe some of the things that have impressed you about him so far, and maybe where you think he still has a little growing to do. Thanks.
Yeah, Joey's very good. His body, his size. I was saying, he hasn't even really grown into his size or what he can really be in terms of athletically. But he's just got great instincts. He can run. He has his own sack. He has a sack over me, so he does a good job of rushing. Understanding angles and stuff like that. And I feel like once he just gets more, reps in the game, because it's the first time starting. Like people forget that a lot of us are first time starters. So I feel like once he gets his in-game reps and experience situations and stuff like that, he's gonna calm down, settle down. Joey's doing great. He's fine. And I feel like, like I said, once he gets his reps, once he gets confident and settles down, he's going to be great. He's going to be fun.
Nate Bauer?
Hey, Jason, I apologize if this is a dumb question, but we're not around you guys. Has any part of this season been fun? Practice, games, whatever? Like, is anything fun at this point?
Yeah, football's fun, man. That's why we play it. But yeah, we're not fickle people. We don't just say it's not fun because we're losing. That's just not how stuff works. You're gonna have adversity. So football is always fun. Being with your brothers, playing in, like, you got to understand this is a once in a lifetime opportunity playing for Penn State. So it's always gonna be fun, regardless if there's fans in the stands, regardless if we're winning or losing. We obviously would like to win, but just being out there and being able to play, a lot of people can't play. So I'm not going to say football is not fun because certain stuff aren't going my way.
Joe Giuliano?
Oh, Jason, sorry. I guess you just answered my question. Morale on the team. What has it been like since Saturday night, and who's making sure you guys keep your heads up for this week?
Morale. Well, I mean, we're coming off a loss, so it's what it is. But, you know, I feel like we're fired up right now to go 1-0 this week because, you know, we have nothing to lose. We gotta go out there and win. We gotta win. We gotta focus up, do what we gotta do. And I feel like we're all fired up to get this W this weekend. Because, you know, Lord knows a 4-hour trip back with the L, that's hell. But we're fired up. We gotta win. We gotta turn the tides around. And what's a better chance to do it than this week? And I don't remember what your other question was. If you had another one, you're done. All right, cool.
Tobias Wilborn.
Jayson, is it fair to say you guys have had a little bit of an issue with mobile quarterbacks? If so, what is it and what can be fixed about it?
I can't speak on the offense. I'm a defensive guy, and I just started playing this stuff, so I'm still trying to get my defensive stuff right. But
no, I meant the defense. I meant like the defense.
Guarding.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, like I said, in terms of defense, we all got to just play within our framework and do what we got to do. I feel like that's why a lot of times it seemed that way, but you know we got to execute and do things the right way. Coaches have a plan of how we're going to attack every single situation. So if we do it the right way, it's not going to happen like that. And I feel like once we start executing and doing it the right way, these mobile QBs, these axes, these screen passes and stuff like that aren't going to affect us. We haven't done that right yet. So once we do that, we'll be fine.
Donnie Collins.
Jayson, I think Shane Simmons has done some good things for you guys this season off the bench. What does he mean to you guys as a group?
Shane, that's my guy. He's been my roommate since freshman year, I think. We don't have roommates anymore though. But yeah, he's, you know, Shane has been through a lot, and I'm really happy for him because he's playing really well. He has 1.5 sacks, a few tackles, a few TFLs. I think I'm not sure about his stat line, but he's doing well. His attitude has been the best since I've been here. And you know, this year we did a lot of like technique work in terms of like, you know, just playing run, you know, pass rushing. Because I think he said that was a part that he wanted to get better, and you know he's working his hands better. You know, so I'm really proud of Shane and everything he's doing because you know Shane's a great player. It's just he's just been through a lot of adversity, and you know he's getting his opportunity to show what he can do. And every time he's out there, I feel like he's productive. So,
Tyler Donahue.
Hey, Jayson, Jahan Dotson had a lot to say immediately after the Maryland game when we had him. I think you were actually speaking with the media right around the same time, but you know Jahan is very quiet typically around just about anybody, particularly with us in the media. When a guy like that delivers the kind of message about accountability, about details, kind of about the program top to bottom and needing to look in the mirror, does it carry more weight because it's coming from a player who is not a team captain and is not that vocal rah-rah kind of player on your roster?
Yeah, I live with Han, so I know when he talks, you know, a lot of stuff he says. When he talks, you know he means it. It's something you want to hear. But I feel like the message he was preaching was what we were all preaching. You know, we got to all be accountable for what we're doing, our jobs, and you know the roles we want to play on this team. I feel like I wouldn't say we're distracted. It's just that we got to all sit down and reevaluate what we want from the season and what we all individually have to do to, like, you know, make us more successful. I feel like, you know, this year has been sped up. It's been rushed. And, you know, a lot of guys haven't, you know, sat down and understood like what their role is and what they're understood. But, you know, that's not an excuse. And I feel like we're doing that. We're doing that now, you know. This year, this game that is coming up right now, we're all fired up and we're all ready. And I feel like a lot of us understand what our role is, where we have to fit and things like that. And, you know, accountability. Once we do that, we're fine.